everybody, I'm Rebecca Keppel. I'm here for Therm O Web today. I wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to use Gina K designs for Therm O Web to add foiling to some party supplies that you can make at home. So to get started, the first thing I want to make are some place cards, and I got these basic place cards from Target. I'm going to use the iCraft Deco foil adhesive pen and some Gina K Designs fancy foils. So these place cards are just cardstock. They do have some foiling on the bottom there on the scallop. I'm just going to take my adhesive pen, shake it up, and press down the point to make sure that the adhesive is flowing. And then I'm going to write the names of my guests on the cards. Now, if you are a great letterer, you could do some really fancy lettering. If not, like me, you could use a template or some type of design to help you stencil or something to help you do lettering. I was just going to go through and just use some basic plain lettering because that's all I can do. But I really think that it still customizes your guests' place cards, and once you foil them, they look really pretty. The way that I like to deal with the Fancy Foils package is to cut off the adhesive strip. This way I can pull out from the first sheet just as much as I need, and I just need a small strip here. So I'm just going to cut that off and then shimmy the rest of it back into the package to stay protected. I have all my place cards set up on my Sizzix platform. I do have a Big Shot Plus, so they all fit. I'm using the platform that is made for cutting thin wafer dies. So I'm going to put all the strips of foil on top of the place cards with the foil side facing me, and I have to wait until that adhesive is clear. It may still be a teeny bit tacky to the touch, but it will definitely be clear rather than white. I put a piece of typing paper on top before I put my cutting pad because my cutting pad was kind of dirty and I didn't want anything to get stuck or ruined or anything. I run it through the die cut machine, and then I even run it back for good measure just to make sure. And then once you peel away that foil, look at how pretty the gold sequins are and all of the colors too. Everything is customized and everything is foiled. And this was really easy. You can do this in a matter of minutes. It does not take long for that adhesive pen to dry. You can also use the Gina K foil mates to create some treat bag toppers. So of course the foil mates are great for cards. You can cut one down to 2 card panels, but I'm going to use some with the wild dandelion fancy foils and run it through my laminator with some printer paper or some cardstock behind just to keep everything nice and straight. So you do have to run the foil mates through your laminator. You cannot use the die cut machine for this. Once it has come out the laminator, you can see that it has adhered to that foil mate, and now we're just going to cut it down. So I'm going to cut that foil mate down to 4 inches, and then I am going to have to trim down the edges as well to about 5 inches. So once I've done that, I'm going to score at the middle there. I'm going to flip it over and score on the white side of the paper, although when I use my bone folder on the foil, it does not remove it or ruin it at all. So I'm scoring it at 2 inches. It's right in half there, and those are going to be the basis for the treat bag toppers. I have some stamped and colored and fussy cut images of pineapples to match that honeycomb pineapple there, and I'm adding a touch of the adhesive pen to the leaves of the pineapple, and I'm going to run these through my die cut machine with the jelly bean fancy foils just to add a touch of foil to those as well. I added my treats into the bag, and I am stapling them to make sure that the treats stay inside. Now I'm going to take the Therm O Web Memory Runner XL and put adhesive all over that scored piece of foil mate, and I'm just going to lay it right over the bag, just covering up those staples, and that's going to be the basis of the bag topper. Now I've die cut some tags. These are die cut from cardstock, that is Gina K for Therm O Web cardstock, and I'm going to pop up the pineapples using 3-dimensional Zots. So you can see there that the Zots are on the back, and I just have to lay it on the tag, and that completes my bag topper. It is foiled and customized to your party theme. So next thing we're going to do is use the fancy foils with some punches and the same cardstock as well with punches to create a little cupcake topper. So I'm going to put a couple of the 3D Zots on the back of the cardstock. This is going to look like overkill because there's a ton of 3D Zots on there. But the reason is I'm going to put the stick and stick it into those Zots. And they are very heavy duty. They're not going anywhere. So that stick is going to stay once you press it down onto your punched foil mate there. And then I can just add a stamped, colored, and fussy cut image with a 3D Zot on top, and you have a customized foiled cupcake topper. So that's just a few ideas on how to use the Gina K designs for Therm O Web to create foiled, unique party supplies. And I hope you will check out the supplies that I used down below. I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. Have a great day.